The pick me girl. Random things I think are pick me. Number one, coming in hot with that friend or that person that in front of other people puts you down or calls you out. Calls you out for something that you may have done. Maybe it's Botox, maybe it's filler, maybe it's fake lashes, maybe it's fake hair, maybe it's fake boobs. Whatever that may be, it's someone that calls it out or says it in front of someone maybe that you're flirting with or someone new that has no idea and doesn't need to know. Like, oh, how much filler did you get in your lips? Oh, where do you get your lashes done? They're very fluffy. Oh, what length extensions do you have? Like, nobody needs to know that. Don't call me out. It's just showing that you're insecure about something. Number two, the girl that is still friends with their friend's ex-friend or ex-boyfriend. Like, when I'm done with them, you're done with them. The only reason why they're in your life is because I brought them in there. So when I bring them out, they're out. They either hurt me for a reason, whatever that may be, so you should be on my team if you're my friend. You don't need to be friends with everyone. You don't need to be the pick me for every single person. Number three, the girl that has no guy friends. Like, oh, I just have no drama in my life, so it's hard to relate to other girls. Please. There is a different reason why you don't have girlfriends, and it is not that. Number four, the one that always has to outdo you, whether that is your outfit or your makeup or your hair or whatever that may be. They do their own thing, get ready, and then they see you and they have to change because they have to try to outdo you because they realize that you look good, but then when they're out, they want someone to pick them over you. And that is just toxic. And last but not least, the one that calls you out for absolutely every little thing. They are so drawn and attentive to what you're doing to find the littlest thing that you do to call you out in front of other people. It's like you're at a bar and maybe some guys bought you guys drinks and you're taking a shot and you have to chase and she didn't. So she's like, oh my God, you had to chase that? That's crazy. Like, yeah, girl, some people have to do what they gotta do, okay? You don't need to call me out for every little thing. This is toxic energy, and we just don't need this in our life, okay? We don't need to be the pick-me. They will pick you if they want to pick you. Be you.
A form of a pick-me girl that we don't talk about enough, and honestly, we just need to give more shit to, is people that try to make you feel weird for dressing up. But you're not really even dressed up for real. But, like, even if you were, why are you trying to make me feel weird for dressing up? Like, they'll cause a whole scene about it. They'll be like, oh my God, you're dressed up. You're dressed up. Where are you going after this, huh? I'm just going to class, babe. I'm just going to class, and I'm just wearing jeans. I'm not dressed up. It's jeans. Or, oh my God, who's the lucky guy, huh? Like, do you have a date after this? Are we so serious? And they'll say that shit loud as hell, too. Like, why are you screaming? Why are you yelling? Oh my God, I could never, girl. I could never. That seems like a lot of work. I could never. I literally, like, get up and, like, I put my clothes on and I run. Like, I've been wearing these sweatpants for, like, weeks. Okay, dirty. Like, if you like my outfit, just say that. If you like my outfit and you're mad that you're not wearing it, just say that. Like, just say that. But, like, I'll shut that shit down every time. Like, what's the point of this conversation? Like, can we have a conversation with substance? Can we, like, talk about the economic state of the world? Like, the thing is, you'll never make me feel bad for looking after my appearance. Like, there's nothing wrong with wearing sweatpants and shit. Tomorrow, I might wear sweatpants. But today, I was just feeling some jeans.
Y'all, when we say pick-me's are dangerous, guys, girls are dangerous. Women who do things for male validation and male attention are dangerous. Mahogany Jackson. Every time I hear something different about her story, y'all know it never changes. Is the ringleader, is her name Taja? Was that girl. Imagine you with your girlfriends, you think you good, nothing finna happen to you. They, one holding your head, the other one has a weapon, and they are making you perform sexual acts on men. These are women doing this. Instead of letting her hair go and taking the weapon off her, turning it on them, and they jumping the dudes, whatever happens, happens, they hold their girlfriend hostage, making her do all these things. This is all for male validation. I do believe that money was part of it. I do believe that. They wanted her little coin. But if you gonna set your friend up to rob her, she be robbed. That's the end of it. Whatever happens, happens. The fact that this escalated to SA, it escalated to murder. They been hating on her. They been didn't like her. They been jealous. And they been waiting for something like this to happen to her. In the same way, being desperate, now I'm not calling mahogany desperate, but the same way being desperate for a man can get you in some fucked up situations once you get that man and he find out you desperate for a man, being desperate for friends can also lead to the same things because you ignore all the red flags. You ignore that, hey, this girl ain't shit. Hey, she done did this, that, and the third. If it could be her, it could be me. There's no way these are her friend group's first time showing their true colors, that they dangerous than a bitch. That they wild, that they do anything, that they bummy, they dirty, they trifling. Like, this not their first time exposing that. But a lot of people just be wanting friends so bad. They'll befriend anybody, like the person that we know who want to be in a relationship so bad. They over there getting beat up and saying, at least I got a man. But this is just a prime example of how far being a pick-me, being a guy's girls, doing things for guys' validation, how far to take you. Like, it could get there. It could get real in the field. Girls are fucking dangerous. That if I see you even a pinch, a inch, a stitch, a winch doing anything, hey, I don't like their attention. I don't want their attention. I don't want to associate with nobody who that's their main source of, like, they be fishing for it. Cause attention just gonna come. We're girls. But doing anything for it, doing the most for it, I'm scared of you now.
3 pick-me's that you'll run into at some point in your life. Number 1 is the desperate girl. This is the girl that's very clearly just desperate for male validation in any way. She doesn't care how she gets it. She doesn't care if it's with your man, no man. She doesn't give a shit. But she will do anything for male validation, and not because it is her standard. Simply because she knows men like that. Next up is the can't be alone girl. The girl who absolutely can never be alone. She must always have a man with her, a man in her life, never been single. She hops from one man to the next. The never been alone girl and can't be alone. We all know one of these. They get out of one relationship and then into the next almost immediately. It's really pathetic. And the worst kind of pick-me girl, in my opinion, is this next one. It is the I would never do that girl. I feel like the name says it all, but she's pretty much the girl who's always accepting whatever a man has to say. She is doing, like, male-centered things. She is agreeing with the man who's bitching about his girl or the girl he actually wants with standards and saying, I would never do that to you. Girls should never do that. You deserve more than that. Please. All 3 of these types of women are women who are just generally insecure, cannot be without a man, cannot be single to save their damn life. And that is just pathetic. If you find yourself feeling like you are any of these, you need therapy and you need to be alone. Being alone is not a bad thing. It's actually pretty nice. Having no man around is amazing. If you choose to have a man, you can have one. If you don't, then you're completely fine. And that's the best way to be. I love you.
You telling me that if I was a man in the 1950s and I had just come home from the war that ended all wars, and I'm working in a factory that's solely reliant on all manpower labor, and I'm working 50 hours a week just for your ass to stay home while the kids are in school, the kids and I just come home, the house ain't even clean yet, you're high off of medication, and you just told me that you made gelatin for dinner? And you telling me that wouldn't set you off?
So let's really talk about that video where you tried to justify 1950s domestic violence. You claimed men came home from hard factory jobs to bad food and wives on pills. Like that somehow makes hitting your wife okay. First off, let's get the history right. You said they came from the war that ended all wars. Babe, that was World War I, which ended in 1918. The men of the 1950s were from World War II, which ended in 1945. Already your foundation is cracked because you don't even know which war you're talking about. Second, those hard factory jobs you're crying about, women did them too. In fact, while men were off fighting, over 6 million women entered the workforce, making up 36% of all workers by 1945. In the aircraft industry, women went from 1% of workers before the war to 65% by the end of it. That whole men slaved away in factories narrative collapses when you remember it was women who literally kept industry alive, only to be shoved back into kitchens and stripped of independence once the war ended. Now let's talk about the wives you mocked for being on pills. Do you even know why they were taking tranquilizers like Valium, nicknamed Mother's Little Helper? Because society forced them into suffocating gender roles, cut them off from the workforce, isolated them in the home, and demanded perfection. By the late 1950s and into the 1960s, millions of prescriptions for tranquilizers were written for housewives to numb the depression and anxiety caused by this trap. That wasn't laziness. It was society drugging women into silence. And then you try to use that suffering as an excuse for men to abuse them? That's not just wrong. That's disrespectful to every woman who lived it. And while you're busy justifying it, let's face the reality. Domestic violence in the 1950s wasn't rare. It was normalized. Police treated it as a private family matter. Courts dismissed it, and women had virtually no legal protection. Shelters for battered women didn't even exist until the 1970s. Women in that era were told to keep the family together, no matter what, even if it meant staying in danger. Abuse survivors carried lifelong scars. Modern studies show survivors of domestic violence often suffer traumatic brain injuries, PTSD, depression, anxiety, and health issues for life. So when you sit there twisting facts, defending abuse, and misquoting wars, you're not being edgy, you're not being different, you're being historically wrong, morally bankrupt, and desperately pick-me. You're excusing violence, erasing women's resilience, and disrespecting the very people who sacrificed during and after the war. That's not empowerment. That's not education. That's embarrassing. And I'm just so tired of men and pick-me women always complaining about the very system men built for themselves. Men designed the rigid breadwinner housewife model, then turned around and punished women for struggling inside it. To say the men who were abusive had a valid reason to take out their anger is wild, because stress has never been a license to brutalize your partner. It's not a reason, it's an excuse. And the fact that you fumbled the war history while bending over backward to defend abusers just makes it worse. Honestly, this is textbook pick-me behavior. Saying anything, doing anything, twisting any reality for male validation. And it shows, because men in your comments are eating it up, calling you one of us, and praising you for understanding. That's not respect. That's them patting you on the head for agreeing to downplay abuse. You didn't get it. You just played yourself.
I'm sorry, y'all, but ugly girls and hoes started the feminist movement.
Girl, what?
No, like, think about it. When a man go out and he see a pretty feminine female, it's always a ugly female trying to play guard dog or something, barking and shit. Roo, 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 leave her alone. Bitch, that's feminism, like.
No, the fuck is that?
Yes, it
How?
is. No, I'm saying that it's feminism because she clearly jealous that the pretty female is getting more attention than her. That's why she's saying all men are bad, all men are evil, they're aggressive, I hate men. Cause she mad cause she can't get a man cause she ugly. That's feminism.
Girl.
And it's the same thing for the hoes too. Like, they be fucked out and ran through, and that's why they hate men, cause they got a bad reputation and don't know men want them. Like, bitches just be mad cause they can't get the man that they want. Like, that's what feminism is.
They don't got shit to do with feminism.
What? That is feminism.
You sound dumb as fuck. You don't know
I
what
do
you're
know
talking
what
about.
I'm talking about. Like, that's feminism, and I don't subscribe to feminism because I'm a pretty feminine female. I don't need to subscribe to feminism because I'm not in competition with men. I don't want to work. I do not want to be able to support myself as an individual. I don't want a bank account. I don't want to be able to own a home or leave my husband if he's abusive to me. Like, I don't need those things because I can actually get them in. I don't want any of that shit you ugly bitches and hoes done protested for because you can't get them in.
Girl, shut your dumb the fuck ass up, please.
Girl, bye.
Hey, I'm back from the store.
Oh, you came back from the store. You got the greens I asked?
Yep, I bought this one right here.
You don't know how to buy greens?
Wait, those aren't the right ones?
No, you're supposed to get the natural ones, not the pre-washed and pre-cut.
I thought it would make it easier.
It's okay. Daryl.
Yeah, Mom?
Why ask your girlfriend to buy greens and look what you bought?
Word, that's crazy.
We in trouble, y'all. We are in trouble.
Wow, the food smells amazing.
Oh, baby, I thought I told you that man eat first here. You know that.
Oh, yeah, I know. Daryl asked me to make his plate.
Daryl said what? Because I'm making his... See, I don't like confusion in my house. Daryl. Y'all liking the food? The oxtails, I did something different with it.
The oxtails alright, but the fish? Whoo, my girlfriend made a mean fish. You gotta try it, Ma.
Oh.
Yeah, please try some before it's all gone.
Well, I'm pretty sure it tastes great. I'm pretty sure it's good. I'm just old school, you know. I'm sort of a dying breed. I can't eat everybody's food, you know, especially when you got long eyelashes, long nails. God knows what you put in there. I just can't do it.
Nephew, your girl is beautiful. Thank you,
But sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's not about who's pretty or who's cute or how good a look or how thick this person is. Sometimes it's about the character inside. What can they bring? What can they bring? That's wrong with this generation. Y'all just keep worried about who look cute, who look better, who thick, who not, who could cook, who could clean, who gonna make sure your kids is right.
Ma, is everything okay?
Oh, I'm doing too much?
Whatever you do, don't do these things. These are things that I think are pick me. First are compliments that sound kind of backhanded. Like if somebody says, oh, I wish I was as confident as you. Or like, I love how you're not afraid to speak your mind. Yes, they're technically complimenting you, but there's like a little undercurrent of like insinuating you're almost doing like something wrong. I don't know, anytime somebody says, wow, you're really confident, my guard is like immediately up. This one's kind of obvious, but I think it's kind of pick me if you do anything that like points out how small or short you are. It's okay to be short. I love my short girls. But if you're pointing it out every 2 minutes, what's the point? It just comes off as kind of pick me. I'm 5'9", so sometimes girls will be like, wow, you're so big and tall. I'm just so small and short. Like, I wish I was as big as you. I'm sorry, that just comes off as so pick me. You're calling yourself so small and acting like I'm some gargantuan giant. I think it's super, super pick me. If you're hanging out with a group of people and they only laugh when the guys make jokes, half the time the guys aren't even funny. So like, I know that you're kind of like playing it up, you know? If you make it a point to tell people you grew up with all brothers, so you're basically just one of the boys, oh my God, that is so pick me. By the way, this goes for men too. Like if you're a guy that says, I grew up with all sisters, so I just really understand women, then I'm sorry, you're kind of a pick-me boy. I actually think it's worse when men make it a point to like say they grew up with all sisters because it just really feels like they're pandering. Or when they say they grew up with all sisters so they respect women more, you're not the feminist icon you think you are. I think it's pretty pick-me if you have to make it a big point that you're not very hungry and you've hardly ate anything all day. It's okay to like lose your appetite. But if I'm sitting here eating a burger and you go, oh my God, I'm like so not hungry. Like I wish I could eat that, but like I have no appetite. Like I can hardly finish a salad. You already know what I'm gonna say. Pick me. If anyone ever tells me that they haven't ate anything all day and they're still not hungry, that's when you hit them with the should we call Bella Hadid? Because like, what are you trying to achieve with that? Why are you telling me that you're not hungry when I'm sitting here eating lunch? Okay, last one. I actually think it's pretty pick me if you brag about how you don't go out. If somebody's talking about going to the club and you say, wow, couldn't be me. I'm in bed by 9 p.m. with a bag of hot Cheetos. I get it. I'm that girl. I prefer a chill night in, but like, I don't think it makes me better than other people. So if somebody's talking about their clubbing, I'm not gonna like make them feel worse about themselves because they do it. Basically, you just have different interests and that's okay, but don't act like your interests are better. Some people like to go out on a Friday night. Some people like to stay home. At the end of the day, it's not a competition. So let people have their fun. Okay, that's all guys. Bye.